Welcome to the course Introduction to AI, Machine Learning and Data Science. This is an introductory course for beginners. This course will definitely add certain value to your knowledge. I request you to gear up now and complete the course further. In this course, we will talk about different terminologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, as well as we will see certain real-time examples so that you can understand how machine learning can help solve the business problem statements. AI, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, computer vision, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, these are several buzzwords in today's market, and it is very necessary for you to at least understand the meaning of these terminologies so that you will not at all feel disconnected. This course will give you certain knowledge which is must in today's market. These days, every sector in the industry is trying to incorporate artificial intelligence in their software applications because it is giving the industries a tremendous benefit, because artificial intelligence has a capability to incorporate human-like thought process into their software applications. We will also discuss certain real-time examples so that you will understand how artificial intelligence or machine learning can help business to solve their problem statements, or how machine learning can improve their existing business processes. Welcome to the topic, what is artificial intelligence? So can you think for a while, what is artificial intelligence? Can you guess what it is? Okay. I believe that it's about replicating human intelligence up to possible extent. Artificial intelligence is replicating human intelligence to perform ordinary tasks by machines, wherein machines are programmed to think like humans using real-time examples. Artificial intelligence, wherein machines learns from past experience or machine learns from the provided examples, and machines are able to perform certain ordinary tasks based on past examples or existing examples or existing happened day-to-day activities, or in technical terms we can say that machine is able to perform the task based on learning gathered from historical data. Exactly how artificial intelligence is achieved is beyond the scope of this course, because this is introductory course for beginners. I hope you are now clear with the definition of artificial intelligence. Welcome to our next topic, machine learning and data science introduction. So what exactly is data science and what exactly is machine learning? In simple terms, data science is discovering actionable insights from the raw data to solve given business problem statement or to improve the existing business processes. Machine learning is to classify, predict or recommend the outcome of new event by learning the patterns from the historical events with the help of mathematical models. I believe that data science is about understanding the business, understanding the data created by business, or analyzing that data and finding some actionable insights so that certain business problem statement can be solved, or certain existing business processes can be improved. So after we have understanding of business, after we have analyzed the data, after we have certain insights from the data, or after we have certain understanding of the business events from the historical data in front of us, we can formulate certain mathematical formula. So whenever new certain business event is occurred, we will pass that event through the mathematical model, and that mathematical model will give a certain outcome of either classification, prediction or any recommendation. So that helps improve the business that helps take better decisions for the business. As we have mathematical formula and we pass new business event to that mathematical formula, and that mathematical formula gives us certain outcome of either classification or prediction or recommendation or any other certain outcome. So the data science team keeps validating the correctness of that outcome with the business. Data science team always takes feedback about correctness of that outcome from the business, so that our mathematical model can be further improved. Is that clear to you? Okay, it may not be clear to you, so I will help you understand with one of the example, so that you will get certain intuition. Let's observe this data. This data has gender, weight and height. If we analyze this data, we are able to discover a formula that if weight of the person is greater than 64 and height of the person is greater than 135 centimeters, then gender of that person is male, otherwise that person is female. Now let's suppose we have height and weights of another 4 people. Using this formula, we can predict the gender of these 4 people easily. Here in this example, we have two features, height and weight, and we have a label gender, but in real world scenarios we have many features. We can have 10 number of features, 20 number of features, 90 number of features, or 500 number of features, or 1000 number of features also. Similar way, we can have tens and thousands of record. Similarly, we can have huge number of records. Record count can be 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, 1 lakh, depends on the availability of data. To work on such a huge data, we need to learn the techniques of data science and machine learning. Welcome to the video. What is deep learning? Can you guess what is deep learning? Can you think of something what should be deep learning? Okay, I will tell you. Deep learning is sub-area of machine learning, wherein layered neural networks can be created with each neuron having its own decision-making capability to achieve almost human-like thinking. Okay, we can create certain multi-layer neural network wherein each neuron in each layer has certain decision-making capability. We can say that thinking capability of every neuron in that neural network makes that neural network such intelligent that it can think like human beings. You can observe this image. This is input layer, this is first hidden layer, this is second hidden layer, and this is output layer. Every circle in these hidden layers which you can observe are neurons, and each neuron has its own decision making capability or its own thinking capability. This is input layer and this is output layer. We provide our data points as input to this layer and we get desired output at this layer. Neural networks are based on features of data, or they are designed based on results obtained from experimentations. So there can be many number of hidden layers, then there can be many number of neurons in each hidden layers based on the design of architecture of that neural network. I hope you have got certain idea or intuition about what is deep learning. I have simplified the definition so that you can easily understand, and I have explained the definition to you in layman terms. My sincere apologies. Across the video, this definition was not clearly visible to you. Now you can read the definition in video itself. Hello and welcome. We will see what is natural language processing in this video. Can you guess what is natural language processing? Can you think of any definition? Okay, no worries. Natural language processing is all about leveraging data in the form of spoken sentences in certain language. In other words, natural language processing is all about leveraging AI or machine learning capabilities using data in the form of certain human spoken languages such as product reviews, news, questions and answers, etc. Let's go to Amazon.com to understand data for product review text. We have this product EcoShow 5. You can observe we have reviews posted by actual customers here. Okay, this is posted by this person, and you can see here. Okay, this entire review you can see. Okay, this is another review you can see. This is next review you can see. This is next one. Okay, and so on. You will find many reviews. Okay, so this is plain English text data. So this plain English text data of product reviews can be used for sentiment analysis, and we can apply machine learning algorithms on that, or we can perform data analysis on this review text to get some insights. We can convert this review text into numerical vectors, and those numerical vectors can be provided as input to certain machine learning algorithms, and we can draw certain meaningful conclusions from this plain English review text. All technical machinery which we use to work on these plain English text is nothing but natural language processing. I hope you have now got certain idea or intuition about what is natural language processing. I have tried to explain you the same in very layman terms. Hello and welcome. We will see what is computer vision in this video. Can you guess what is computer vision? Can you think of any definition for computer vision? Okay, computer vision is all about data related to what we see by our open eyes. In other words, computer vision is all about leveraging machine learning capabilities for drawing conclusions from the data related to what we see using our open eyes, such as images, emotions, activities, characters, etc. I will show you one very popular example so that your intuition about computer vision will get more clear. We have very popular example of MNIST dataset. You can observe the images here. Okay, these are zeros, these are ones, twos, threes and till 9. As you can understand, these are handwritten digits. We can use these digits images to train the model, and after training the model we will discover certain mathematical formula, and that formula can be used to identify newly handwritten digits or to identify handwritten numbers. You can Google MNIST dataset and you will be able to easily find this Wikipedia page. This is one of the example of image processing. Image processing is achieved using CNN, that is using convolutional neural networks. We are not going to discuss about CNN, that is convolutional neural networks, because it is beyond the scope of this course. As I have displayed you this content and image, I do not anyway take the credit of this content and image. Credit goes to the owner of this Wikipedia page. I hope you have now got some intuition about computer vision. Hello and welcome. We will see what is supervised learning in this video. By the name supervised learning, can you guess of any definition? Can you guess what is supervised learning? Okay. It's about data points which are labeled or annotated by number. Supervised learning is about predicting or annotating the behavior or outcome of new event by learning the behavior or outcome of huge number of events happened in the past. I will help you understand what is supervised learning by actual example. Please observe this data. This data has two features, height and weight. These are heights and weights, and gender is a field, and these are labels for these data points. Supervised learning comes into picture where there is label data like this. Okay, and here we have certain new weight and height like this, and we will train our model using this data, using these features and respective labels. And once we have trained the model, certain formula will get discovered, and we will pass these new weight and heights to that discovered formula, and we will be able to predict gender of person having these height and weights. I believe that now you have got intuition about what is supervised learning. Welcome to the video. We will see what is unsupervised learning. I believe that you have now good intuition about what is supervised learning. So can you guess what should be unsupervised learning? Can you define what is unsupervised learning? Okay. It's about drawing conclusions from data points which are not labeled or annotated by number. Unsupervised learning, wherein it can find structure within the input data points without the labels or annotations. Let's again check the example which we discussed for supervised learning. Here in supervised learning, there are labels for these features, weight and height. So in case of unsupervised learning, it is not the case that there are labels available. Okay. In case of unsupervised learning, there are no labels, there are only these features, there are only such features, and data scientist or machine learning engineer needs to draw the conclusions from such data, or data scientist or machine learning engineer needs to find or discover the structures within the data or patterns within the data without having the labels to those data points. Let's check another example of images. You can see parrot here, fish here, you can see another eagle here, you can see this is another type of fish, and this is another bird, and this is another type of a fish. So if I have given such data and I have not given any labels, so I need to draw some conclusions from this data. Then how I will draw the conclusions are like this. I will be able to group the items or data points which looks similar, and you can see here similar data points are grouped here, and another similar looking data points are grouped here. So like this I can draw the conclusion from the characteristics or features of those data points itself without having the explicit labels to those data points. I hope you have now got intuition about what is unsupervised learning. Hello and welcome. We will see examples where machine learning can help business. This is to help you understand what type of problem machine learning can solve. I will walk you through these 4 problem statements. A very first problem statement which we will see is to reduce the maintenance cost of vehicle based on the sensors data from air pressure system of a vehicle. Next problem statement which we will discuss is about identifying legitimate high-end need of teachers or students for donation. DonorChoose.com is a website wherein student or teachers raise the request for funds to fund their projects. So recently there are huge number of requests coming for sponsorship of their project. So it is very difficult for organizers to analyze the requirement entered in plain English text, and it is very difficult for them to decide whether to reject or approve the sponsorship for their project of teachers or students. And machine learning has ability to simplify that analysis work of approval or rejection of a sponsorship requirement raised by teacher or students. Third example which we will see is automatic music generation. We will see this automatic music generation problem statement in detail with actual data. Next example which we will see is car steering angle prediction using on-road images. We are just going to discuss the problem statement which machine learning can solve so that you will get an idea where machine learning can be used. So please gear up yourself. We will look into each problem statement bit in detail. Hello and welcome. We will see APS failure at Scania Trucks dataset. This is our first problem statement which we are going to discuss. Let's go to this link. Okay, we are at this page. Here we can download the dataset. From here we will have a look at the dataset also. Okay, this is our dataset wherein there are 2 classes, NEG and POS, that is negative and positive. Let's see what is the actual problem statement. Okay. If you check here, okay, here whenever class is positive and failure has occurred, it has cost $500 to the Scania Trucks company, and if it is a failure with NEG, that is negative class, then cost of failure is only $10. Problem statement is to analyze this data and build certain machine learning algorithm and model so that that model can predict the failures proactively before they have been occurred, and cost of failure can be saved. See, this is the data of sensors from air pressure system of vehicle. I hope you are now clear with the problem statement related to this example. Hello and welcome. We will see another example or problem statement for DonorChoose.org dataset. There was competition held on this dataset. DonorChoose.org receives hundreds of thousands of project proposals each year for classroom projects in need of funding. There are large number of volunteers is needed to manually screen each submission before it's approved to be posted on the DonorChoose.org website. DonorChoose expect to receive 5 lakhs project proposals. In this scenario, it is very hard for volunteers to screen each submission. So don't you think such process of screening should be automated, or it should be automated to some extent to reduce certain manual interventions? Yes, that should be automated somehow. See, this is the data set. It has columns ID, teacher prefix, school state, okay, this date time field, and very main field is project SA1, project SA2, project SA3. Okay, and another important field is project resource summary. Okay, so based on this text data, volunteer has to go manually one by one into each proposal and mark that proposal whether it is approved or not approved. So in that scenario, how can we automate this? So this can be automated using machine learning, or certain percentage of manual intervention can be reduced. Natural language processing can be used to parse the text data, and further supervised learning algorithm or supervised learning can be used to predict whether the proposal can be approved or not approved, because we can use project is approved field as a label. I hope you are now clear with this problem statement which we have recently discussed. Hello and welcome. We will see the problem statement for music generation. Do you remember those old Nokia phones? I myself used to compose the music in ABC notation on that older phones of Nokia. Problem statement is to generate the artificial music by predicting the character sequence, and model will be trained using number of music files or number of songs of ABC notation, so that sequence of characters in that ABC notation music can be learned and artificial music can be generated by predicting sequence of characters. Let's check actual .abc notation music. See, this is the first music, this is the second music, this is the third music, and so on. Okay, we have many number of music. You can see we have 340 number of unique musics. So in this ABC notation music, you can see there are sequence of character to be played. So all these musics can be used to train certain machine learning model. That machine learning model can learn the sequence of characters, and once the formula related to sequence of characters is discovered, we can pass one character to that model, and that model will keep on predicting next character, or it will predict the sequence, and if we play that predicted sequence, that will result in some sensible music. We call that music as an artificial music. I hope you are now clear with the problem statement of music generation. Welcome to the video. We will see problem statement for car steering angle prediction. Each on-road image is annotated with steering angle. Model can be generated using supervised learning. In case of new on-road image, steering angle can be predicted by using generated model. We will see actual image dataset generated by Sully chain. Go to this GitHub link. This is the GitHub page of Sully chain, and if you go here on this link dataset, you will be able to download the image dataset. I will show you those images and actual dataset. This is the actual dataset. This is image 0.jpg, and this is angles 0.0000. This is angle in radians. If you observe further, at 23rd point jpg image, steering angles in radians is 11.7, and like this you can observe. Okay, now I will walk you through images. You can observe here we are at 66th image, and if we check further 66th, okay, 67th, 68th, 69th, 70th, 71st, 72, 73rd, 74th, okay, and so on further. Okay, so every image has steering angle associated with it. You can see here image file name is getting changed. Okay, I am just pressing next. Okay, now car is at turning point. So let's see at 278th image, 278. Okay, you can see it's much greater angle here because car is at extreme turning point, you can observe. Okay, so problem statement is to predict the steering angle when new on-road image is produced. I hope you have understood the problem statement of car steering angle prediction. I hope you are now clear with what variety of problem statements machine learning can solve. Welcome to the video. I believe that we are almost done with the course. At this point, you are a bit familiar with all the terminologies and you have certain intuition that what all several variety of problem statement machine learning or data science can solve. So you must be thinking what I should do next. So my recommendation would be you should go ahead and learn basic Python required for machine learning as well as data science. Then you can move towards actual machine learning. Very first question which comes to your mind is why to use Python? There are many programming languages like Java, C, C++ and many other programming languages. So why we should use Python only? Let's look at certain characteristics of Python. Python is an open source programming language and it has very intuitive as well as user friendly data structures like list, dictionaries, tuples, etc. Python has very easy to learn readable syntax. Python has extensively large standard library for OS, web services, internet protocols and for many more purposes. Python has very good libraries for machine learning such as TensorFlow, Scikit-learn, NumPy, SciPy, TSFresh and many more libraries are there. This is the reason most of the data scientists or machine learning engineers will prefer Python for their day-to-day activities. So thank you for enrolling my course. Your feedback and suggestions are most welcome. Wish you all the best for your career ahead.